everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today I have a really quick book video for you. Over the recent holiday weekend, I decided to dive into several different short stories that are available on Kindle Unlimited. These would be perfect for a beach day, a pool day. These are all books that I completed in an hour or less and really enjoyed. So let's dive in. Starting off today's list with A Welcome Reunion by Lucinda Berry. I have never read any of Lucinda Berry's books before, but I've heard nothing but great things about them, and I definitely understand why after reading this story. This was a very quick-paced, full of twists and turns, but everything made sense in the end, kind of thriller, psychological thriller book. It was like jaw on the floor moments, for sure. So if you're someone that is looking for a really quick read that is going to keep you entertained, intrigued the whole way through, this one is definitely one for you. Up next, we have the queen of book talk thrillers, Frida McFadden. She just had this new short story that came out called Death Row. It was a really, really good story, and I couldn't imagine doing this kind of a video without mentioning any of her books. I will be honest, Frida is sometimes a hit or miss author for me. This one was a hit until the prologue, so here is my bit of advice. This, honestly, until I read the prologue, was going to be one of my all-time favorite Frida books because I feel like everything made so much sense. I was so intrigued the whole way through. It was a very fast-paced kind of thriller, the kind that we're used to from Frida. But then at the end, when I read the prologue, nothing made sense. And she actually has, like, if you read this and you decide that you want to read the prologue, she has put information regarding the prologue and how it ties into everything on her author website. I did go and read that, and it did make more sense. But in my opinion, like, she shouldn't have to do that. I shouldn't have to seek out additional information. It should all just kind of make sense in the end. So the prologue did kind of like ruin things for me a little bit. But if you just go into it knowing, like, read everything until the end and skip the prologue, it will be such a more enjoyable experience for you. And that is my recommendation. Outside of that, it was a phenomenal, thrilling book, the kind that you would expect from Frida. All right, and rounding out today's list, if you are someone that's looking for a good book that's a little bit of drama filled, but maybe it's not as high stakes as a thriller, I have an Ellen Hildebrand book for you, which is wild to mention her name in a short story video, but she does have a short story available on Kindle Unlimited, and it is called Natural Selection. This book, like I said, is not a thriller. It was short. It was entertaining, but I did find that this was the slower book for me to get through, but I think that's just because of my own reading preferences. If you are someone that wants just a low stakes book with like some romance but drama within that romance setting, then this is the book for you. Summarize and give you a little peek into what the story is about without any spoilers. This story follows a woman who is getting ready to go on her first trip with her boyfriend, but as they are starting to board for their plane for their trip, he gets a call from back home and he is no longer able to go on the trip, but she decides to go on this trip all on her own. So as I previously said, out of all of these books that I read, this one was probably my least favorite. But again, I think that's just kind of my own reading preferences. And I also think that reading this book on a beach or by a pool, because I was just in my bed, would make it a more enjoyable reading experience because you're kind of like setting yourself in the same atmosphere as the FMC. So I think that it's still a good suggestion to include in today's video because I think it is still a very solid choice for a quick beach read. I hope you really enjoyed today's video. If you are someone that is going on a trip soon or planning a pool day sometime soon, these are all 3 books that you can 100% finish during that time, which is perfect. So if you enjoyed today's video, please hit the thumbs up button. Make sure to hit that subscribe so you don't miss any more. And I will be back with another book video next week. See you in the next one. Bye.